Everyone thinks everything that happens in real estate is happy, and that's not true. Let's get real today. Stuff happens. Stuff happens in our clients' lives. Stuff happens to you during a transaction. Okay. Not everyone wants to take pictures and smiles and stuff on Facebook and say, look what I just bought a house, or I just sold my house. Sometimes people are in a bad situation. And today we're going to talk about those situations and how you handle it. All right. Let's get it going. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Sascha Chatman here with Chatman Realty Group. I'm a real estate agent here in Fort Worth, talking to you today about stuff happens and when a deal goes bad and how you deal with adversity. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the type of deals that I'm talking about. Okay, so number one, I'm talking about, let's just talk about difficult deals. Divorce listings, foreclosures or pre-foreclosure listings, right? Deaths in the family. Okay, when stuff is like that happening, or even when a buyer is buying a house from a divorce or something like that. These are not typically happy situations. You know, as an agent, you're going to be faced with dealing with some of these situations, and you need to be equipped to deal with that. And you need to understand this is not going to be a deal where you're taking pictures all the time with people on Facebook and putting smiles and stuff like that and giving you gifts. I do a lot of that, but y'all don't see the ones that are not like that. Why? Because these folks are not exactly happy because of the situation that they're in. So the question is, how do you handle these situations and how do you respond? Let's just talk about the situation at hand. Let's say you're doing everything perfect. Okay? Everything perfect. I'm going to give you a quick example. I've had a divorce listing in which the two parties didn't agree on the divorce. One person wanted it, the other person did not. So that other individual who did not was dragging their feet, and they were trying to sabotage their own listing, and it was going to get ugly. So there's a couple things I had to deal with. I had to deal with their anger. All right, I had to deal with their anger and their frustration and trying to talk to me crazy, which I don't like that. I demand respect because I'm giving respect, and we had to have that crucial conversation. So you can't be afraid to have that crucial conversation. So let me let you know things that I do to handle it, and so you can do this as well. Number one, be a constant professional. Okay, a constant professional. The first thing I do is I set up the rules of engagement, and I set up the rules of how we're going to get things done. So I'm going to present the information and communicate. Tell me how you communicate. Emails, I put everything in email. Or I do a lot of videos like this because I don't want that being misconstrued. And I let them know, I can't do what you say. I got to do what you both say, especially in a divorce listing. Okay, so how decisions are going to be made is number two. Okay, and then number three is how I'm going to follow up with them. Once again, everything's back in email and writing, because in those situations, you don't want to have one side saying you're working for this person versus the other, because they will try to put you in the middle. And I just keep it very professional. Say, listen, I can't do what you want. I'm going to talk to, let's say, Bill, and give what Bill's going to say. I'm going to talk to you and see what I'm going to put you guys on text messages, and I need y'all to respond. Do you agree with this decision or not? These are your options. How do you guys want to handle that? Once I have a decision, I can move forward. Number one, be a constant professional. Okay? Number two, let's say a different scenario. Let's say you do mess something up in a deal. Okay? You mess up. You're not perfect. Newsflash. You're not perfect. You're not going to get everything right. First things first, don't be afraid to say, I don't know. And go seek counsel. Go get somebody who can help you. Your broker should be helping you, okay? You should have a friend who's in real estate who's more experienced than you, a mentor or guide or someone to help you in every situation. It's okay to say, I don't know, but let me find out. There's number two. If you don't know, go find out. Our jobs, in my opinion, is to present options to our buyers and sellers and let them make the decisions. We don't make the decisions for them. I see a lot of new agents messing that up, trying to tell people that they don't want this and they don't want that. No, you need to stop that. Listen and advise. Okay? Once they make their decision, our role is to advise them on their options on their decision. Someone decides to buy a house with a jacked up roof. I will tell you, that roof is jacked up, and the inspector said it's jacked up. But if you want to buy this house, let me help you mitigate your issue you're going to have. That's being a constant professional. Okay? But if you do make a mistake, how do you bounce back? Number one, learn from the mistake. You're not perfect. You never fail in this business. You either get the job done or you learn what you didn't do to get it done. So ask yourself objectively, what did you do wrong? Did you contribute to the issue? And if you did, fine. That happens. Don't do it again. Don't make that same mistake twice. Now you know what not to do the next time you're presented with that issue, because you're going to face this adversity. All right? All right, now here's the big one out there. Um, Sometimes you're just gonna be working with some people they're just difficult to work with, but you need to understand the red flags. Okay, let's talk about them. Here's some red flags: anger issues, super controlling people who are angry at the world. You know them. You can identify that. A person who's angry, who decides to talk to you in a disrespectful tone and come at you differently. You set the terms of your relationship in the very beginning. So I don't show up late. I show up on time. I show up ahead of time. Okay, and I continue to communicate. But when I get someone who comes at me crazy, like, hey, pause. I'm going to talk to you with respect, and you're going to talk to me with respect. I demand that. I use that word demand. Okay, because I want them to be serious where I'm coming from. I demand respect because I'm going to always give you respect. Don't raise your voice at me. Don't come yelling. And when they say I can talk to you any kind of way, you got to know how to handle that. I know sometimes I'm like, oh, nah, homie. You ain't going to talk to me any kind of way. I can walk away from you. I don't need your business. I can pay my bills regardless. I have said that before, and I have walked away. But understand when people have anger issues, understand why are they angry, what's coming up with them. It's because they don't like the situation that they're in. Separate the two and just say, hey, man, I'm just here trying to facilitate what you're doing, what you're going through. I understand that you're frustrated. I get it, but I got to get these options in front of you. I need you to decide on how you want to move forward. If you don't decide, go back to the pain points and get scripting. If you don't decide it and move forward, what's going to happen? Make them walk this thing out logically. Okay? Number 2, big red flag, especially with listening. When someone is trying to overprice their home. Right? Maybe they need as much money as they can possibly get, but when you have someone trying to go $20,000, $30,000, they're trying to make sure they don't sell their house. Just ask them point blank. More than likely, this house is not going to sell at this price point, and if it does sell, it's not going to appraise. Understand that. If someone's pricing the home out of the point where it can be appraised, tell them straight up, I can put it out there, but it's not going to appraise. Is that what you want to go through? Do you really want to drag this out in this particular situation? Because that's exactly what you're going to go through. You're going to be frustrated. And I don't want to throw a bunch of marketing and money that I'm going to spend to try to sell your house when I know it's overpriced and it's not going to appraise. All right? If they're not being reasonable, super red flag right there. Okay? In addition, another red flag when people ask you to give up your money. They're asking for you to cut your fees, and they're asking you to give up some of your commission to help them out. I can't tell you how to do your business, but the fees in their situation is their situation. Now, there's going to be another agent out there who's going to do that. But you like, hey, I'm a professional. This is what I do. I can't cut my fees and take money away from my family because of this situation that you're in. I have said that many times before. Just I don't do that. So understand those red flags. Okay. Last but not least, know when to bail out. Know when enough is enough. If someone's acting violent, acting crazy, acting like they're going to try to hurt you or harm you in any way like that, it's time to walk away. It's fight or flight mode. Not all money is good money. My grandmother told me that playing dominoes. All right. She taught me that lesson many times in dominoes too, by the way. Anyway, but most people try to stay in a bad situation with a deal because they're afraid they're going to lose money. So let me put it to you this way. You're not going to lose money. What you're going to gain is time and energy. All right? So anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful, but I know someone needs to hear this message who's going through adversity in this industry. You're going to go through it. It's about how you learn from it, how you respond to it, and don't let that adversity control you. You have got to be a big boy and girl out there. Go out there and put your big boy pants on and get this thing going. Keep grinding and keep going. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Peace.